Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome. And make sure you click on the subscribe button because this channel is full of just goodies and value. And I want you to like this video ahead of time because I'm going to be leaving you something delicious. I'm sure you clicked on this video because you knew you are coming for value. When you saw the thumbnail or you saw the title and you clicked on it. So click on that like button, share with your friends as you're watching it, and make sure you enjoy this video. Now, if you're knowing me for the first time, this is your first time here, I am Ayomide Sinesis, and I'm a mental health advocate. I'm a self-esteem repair coach. I'm a relationship coach, and I'm a personal development coach. So, welcome here. Wherever category you fall into, feel at home. The video today is going to cut across self-esteem repair, self-confidence, and personal development. And it could also creep into mental health issues, and it also cuts across relationship, because however you feel about yourself determines the kind of relationship you're going to have. Now we're going to be talking about something important, which is identity crisis. And in the world that we live, it's almost like everyone is in a cat race. Like, you're running after something, everybody is giving you a yardstick. Like, if you're not doing this at 30, you're not living. Or if you have never done this in your life, you are boring. Or if you do this, you're not going to be fine. Who's the person making those yardsticks, right? And I understand, I'm not judging you, because sometimes peer pressure or societal pressure or parental pressure could actually lead us to do things that we do not want to do, or make us feel like if we don't do certain things, we are weird. Of which, in the real sense, you doing that thing is what makes you weird. But society makes you feel like if you don't do it, you're going to be weird, right? Now, if you have found yourself in this category, I'm here for you. This video is for you. Now, what is identity crisis? Identity crisis is simply when you start questioning your basis of existence or your bane of existence. You start feeling like you're living someone else's life. You start feeling like you're not enjoying your life. You're not doing the things you love. You are basically living on someone else's terms. That's identity crisis. It means you have not given definition to yourself. You have allowed someone else give you definition and tag you or box you in a certain category. And so you constantly wake up every day to live according to their terms and their condition. Now, I'm here to tell you that identity crisis is a thief of authenticity. It's a thief of uniqueness. It's a thief of greatness. Because when you're living in the box of someone else or on the terms of someone else, you can never get the fullness of who you really are. Now, what are the signs that you have identity crisis? Because you might not know, but I'm here to tell you. The first one is when you constantly seek validation. Yes. When you constantly want people to say, hey, you're doing good. Oh no, don't do that thing. Oh yes, that's it. And when you're doing things and you're always waiting for what will people say, you're seeking validation. That's a sign of identity crisis. Now, the second thing is you have no direction at all. Yes. Every day you wake up, you don't know what to do. You don't know why you're living. You might have finished a project or you're done with something, but you don't even know what else. You don't know why you're living. You just wake up every day, just eat, sleep, talk to people, scroll social media, you sleep again. The next day you wake up, there's nothing driving you. There's no driving force. That could also be a sign of identity crisis. The third thing is when you are not happy from within. This one is the opposite of number two. Number two is you're not doing anything meaningful. You don't know what you are living for. Number three is you're actually doing something. You are grinding every day. You are hustling every day. When you wake up in the morning, you have things you're doing. You're ticking this box, doing your to-do list. You're busy, hardworking, but you're not happy. Despite everything you're doing, you still feel like there's a void in me that needs to be filled. You still feel like all these things I'm doing is not me. This is not who I am, right? And sometimes you need to sit yourself down. I tell people, sit yourself down. It's better for you to stop halfway, quit. When you know that this thing is not for you or you're not getting the fulfillment you need from this thing, especially when you are sure it is not right for you, it's better to stop halfway and people mock you that, oh, you didn't finish that thing, rather than you finish it and there's still no point. right? Let me give you an example. The first degree I ever got enrolled to study in a higher institution or in a university was chemistry, because I was in science class in high school. So I got into school to study chemistry. And how did I even find myself in chemistry? My dad is a nurse, a practicing nurse, a medical nurse, and I have a couple of people, the environment I grew up in, a couple of people were doctors, and so my dad wanted me to be a doctor. So I told him I never liked medicine because I hated blood in that sense. And I always felt pity for people. So medicine was not my thing. So I told him, and my dad was like, oh, no problem. If you know you can't do medicine, you can do dentistry. And I really loved dentistry because I had two people that were like my role models at the time. They were dentists. They were doing fine. They were lecturers or professors. They also were dentists practicing medically. They had great lives, and I was like, this is it. They were a couple. I'm like, this is it. Like, this is what I want. And their kids were dentists too. Imagine. It made sense. Like, that's it. But I didn't pass the exam. If you're Nigerian, you know JAMB. JAMB jammed me. It was hard. I didn't pass the exam. I didn't reach the cutoff mark. So the closest thing I could do after a number of trials was just do chemistry. Chemistry is close. And I liked chemistry because I always aced my papers in chemistry and all of that. And I got into school to do chemistry. I wasn't enjoying it. Even though I liked it as a subject or as a course, I wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't comfortable envisioning myself as someone that would wear a lab coat in the morning, get back from work, exhausted, sleep, wake up the next day, go to the lab to mix or dilute hydrogen peroxide or hydrogen sulfate. That wasn't me. Iron magnetic, whatever. It wasn't just me. All this covalent bonding, it wasn't me. I had to take a pause at some point. I had to tell myself, see, even though I'm doing chemistry and all, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to. I had to go back to enroll in school to start afresh. And I went to do communications, and then I did communications, media studies, and then I wrote for public relations and business administration and advertising and got certifications. And from there, I started a new life, and I was happy doing what I was doing. And based on my communications and media studies, it opened me up into a world of becoming a public speaker, into a world of becoming a content creator, a brand strategist, a growth marketer. I just got into that world and I enjoyed it. My husband knows now when I'm talking about marketing, when I'm talking about IMC, integrated marketing communications, my eyes lit up. See my excitement. I'm happy about it. I want a brand to go from level 0 to 100. And I'm like, yeah, I did that. That's the strategy we can use. This is the target audience. This is how to make money. This is how to double your income. This is the ROI. I want to talk about stuff like that. And my eyes lit up. I'm happy about it. Right? So don't let people define you. Don't let people define you. Now, one of the reasons you don't want to live on the terms of other people and you don't want to allow other people define you is that, number one, so let's put it as these are the consequences of identity crisis. Number one, burnout and exhaustion. You would constantly feel burnt out. You will constantly feel less motivated. You will constantly feel like your life is not interesting. You will constantly feel tired, hopeless, right? Number two is depression or even severe mental health issues like anxiety, like panic attacks. Because you're not happy doing that thing, because you hate what you do sometimes, or you hate the life you're living. And this is not just about career. This also cuts across other aspects, like even relationship. If you're dating whom you're not supposed to date, if you're eating the things you're not supposed to eat because someone asked you to do that, if you're in an environment where you're not supposed to be because people forced you into that environment, you can actually have depression. You slide into depression. You can have panic attacks because you're not even happy. You're always worried, anxious. You're always tired, hopeless. Another thing is you could actually have trauma. You could get traumatized easily because this thing haunts you. You go back to bed feeling unfulfilled. It could traumatize you and you now have to start working on healing from trauma. You don't need that. You don't. Another thing is low self-esteem and lack of confidence. Now, when I walk into any room, I know that I'm a master at my craft. I don't have to be the best expert there yet. Of course, that's my aim, to be a world-class leading expert, a world-class global speaker, a world-class coach and counselor. These are my aims. But right now, I might not be all of that yet. But when I walk into any room, I know what I'm saying, like I know what I'm saying. I know my craft. I know my onions. I know who I am. You can't shut me down. You can't shut me up. Girl, I know who I am. Right? The same way, when you know what you're doing, you know who you are, you have this level of confidence. You walk into rooms like, hello. You have this, your head is up high. But when you're doing what other people want you to do, you're feeling less confident because you're not even sure if that's what you should be doing. When you get into the room with people that are really doing what they love doing, you probably do not have a chance, right? So you want to avoid all of these things. You want to make sure you define yourself. Now, how can you define yourself? The first thing is, who are you really? Like when the world is shut down, when everybody is everybody and you are you, when you are left alone, what are the things that crave your interest? What are the things you love to do? What are the things you are naturally skilled at? What are the things that people compliment you about the most? What are the things you love to do yourself? Who do you want to be in the years to come? Make sense? Write all of these things down. In the middle of all of these things is who you are. And that can define the kind of life you live. Now, trust me, 100% clarity does not come in one day. So don't try to box yourself in one day and know everything about yourself in one day. Even I myself, even as much as I'm clear about what I want to do in life, about where I want to be in the next 20, 50, 80 years, yes, that's right, I do not know everything about my journey. So you can't know everything about yourself yet, right? The second thing is you have to set boundaries. People will always come with suggestions about what they think is best for you, but you know what is best for yourself. Or am I saying don't take advice or don't take compliment from people or suggestions? No, of course you can. But even at the depth of these things, you still want to weigh their suggestions, their ideas, their advice with who you really are at your core. Because or else, people will give you suggestions that fit into their own lives like it's going to work for you. And it might not work for you. So set boundaries. When someone says, do this, I can't do it. That's not me. That's not me. Don't feel bad. Set boundaries. Another thing is practice self-awareness and introspection a lot. Reflect a lot. Every time you do something and your eyes lit up, your eyes are bubbling, think about it for a moment. Oh, why is that thing making me happy? Why is it that there's this thing I want to do even when I don't get paid? I'm happy doing it. Right? Do that a lot. The next thing is take little baby steps towards your independence. Honestly, you are probably in a box already. You are where you are not meant to be. You might be in a relationship. You might be in a set or with a set of people. It might be your career or whatever. Take baby steps towards independence. Know what you want to do now. Rediscover your passions, your strengths, your giftings, your talent, your skills, all those things. Now start taking little steps towards becoming that person that you really want to be. You cannot break free one day. Of course not. And also get a counselor or a therapist. I am open to this. Click on the link in the description box if you want to book a session with me to pour out your mind, to get help on navigating where you should be or where you are right now. I'm available to help you. I've had people I've helped in the past. I'm going to put some of the testimonials on this video and I'm ready to help. Now, I want you to know that you can't do this alone. You're not alone. When you go online, apart from this video you're seeing right now, there are other resources that can help you. Go on Google. Of course, be careful about what you consume, but there are great resources that can help you out there. So breaking free from identity crisis and becoming better. Now, you know I'm a Jesus girl, so I'm going to talk about Jesus. The best identity is found in Jesus. When you are in Christ Jesus, you know who you are, you know who He made you to be. Jesus Christ is my creator. God is my creator. And the creation or the creator can never be smarter than the creator. So he made you. He knew exactly what he wanted you to do. Whether you're a man, you're a woman, you're a boy, you're a girl, whoever you are. Whether you're white, you're black, you're dark skinned, you're red, you're Asian. God exactly knew what he was doing when he made you to be who you are. Ask Jesus. One of the things that helped me understand my identity better was when I went to Jesus and said, Jesus, who should you make me to be? Who do you want me to be? What are the skills you want me to elevate? Right? So Jesus never fails. He's the best person to give you identity. And that, my lovelies, is the end of today's video. If you have any question, drop a comment in the comment section. You can send me an email by clicking the email in my description box. Message me on Instagram. My DM is open on TikTok. I'm welcoming and I'm open to listening to all of your questions. So see you in my next video. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye.